And here we are. We're back with segment 2 of the Remax Magnolia Real Estate Show with myself, Curtis Pope. Paul Smith is our co-host this week, and we have Colin on the line from Vancouver Island. So what's the next question you got there, Paul?
Let's get into the real estate portion of your business and where you're taking your interest with Evolv and parks and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. So because we're kind of real estate native, we'll say, where we love real estate and we want to be our own customers as part of our business model. We believe, the majority of mobile home parks were built, in the 70s, some in the 80s, but mostly in the 70s. And so they're getting old and tired, and that's what most people think of when they think of manufactured home park. The old, your typical trailer, really dumpy, a tin can. And people don't realize that every home built now, including manufactured homes, they meet the modern building code and energy code. In fact, right now, we're in step code 3, so they meet step code 3, and they'll meet step code 4 when step code 4 rolls out pretty quick here. And so they're even taking apart this kind of important housing stock that's really important for workforce housing. And so we believe that there's an economic model right now to build these manufactured home parks again, get people into a single-family home. Not everybody wants to live in a condo, and people do want 4 walls and a patch of grass and the dignity of having a dog or in their own grass. And we love that form factor, and so we think there's a economic case to build, acquire land, entitle it or zone it for manufactured home park if it's not already zoned, create the lots subdivision, and put in the manufactured homes and build a community. And that would pay for everything and hopefully have the lot rent left over to recycle your capital and then go do it again. So we think that's a sustainable model, and that's kind of what Evolv is working towards as we stack up our chips.
Cool. And then are you going to get into custom designs? Like if someone wants you to build something for them, can you build something custom for them?
Yeah, right now Evolv is, because it's still small and we'll call it fledgling. It is boutique, so we're kind of customizing whatever we want. We do have our own couple models going. That would not be our preference down the road, but for right now, that's definitely something that's still on the table. But as we move into the future, to keep costs down, that's when you create a product and you customize as little as possible. Custom usually means custom pricing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw online your Carlton 640, and that's right. A single module, 1 bedroom. Looks like a really nice layout. You said you have another one designed too?
Yeah, we got a couple designed. I forget the name of the other one. I apologize. We have one that is really neat, and what it does is so let's say, because a home isn't just a box. There's a home and a piece of dirt, and families change over time. So our other design, I forget the name of it, I can't believe that, but anyways, let's say you start off with a 2-bedroom 1 bath. Well, you can add modules to the same property over time so that you have a 2-bedroom 2 bath or a 3-bedroom 2 bath. As your family changes and you like your neighborhood, you don't have to move away. You can just add a module, and because it's all pre-designed to incorporate these things, incorporate new modules, you can build that out over time as your family permits, and then you're keeping your costs down, you're not moving, your life isn't being super interrupted, and again, because you can do your civil, and then you can build off-site, your interruption to your family is less as well. So that's really exciting, something we're working on, and there you can imagine all sorts of different applications that could apply to in different neighborhoods, and could be, you could imagine a generational property forming where, especially with Bill 44, where you have these higher density lots now, where someone starts with a lot, and as their family grows, they can add a module in the back, and then they can add a second residence through an ADU, and that ADU becomes its own little home. So got to think a little bit differently about what housing is and what it could be down the road here.
Cool. And what about the commercial side of modular? Do you have ideas of doing that also, or?
So classrooms, daycares, those are definitely, because we move so many modulars. Mm-hmm. We've already done a 6-plex major rehab for a local private school here in Duncan. And a great reference. Anyone who wants to reach out, we delivered it on time and probably way under what their cost expectations were. That was a refurbished 6 unit, and everyone thinks it's brand new, but we had to bring in architects and engineers, all all the craziness that can go into creating the permission for these places. And so, yeah, we've definitely got experience in that. Classrooms and daycares are a phenomenal way, because often funding and, like, again, debt is a big part of real estate. So when the funding comes, you need to be able to move fast. And those are highly timeline sensitive because of the school schedule. So modular is a really good solution for classrooms and daycare. So we definitely see that as part of our book of business.
I do a fair bit of commercial real estate. There's a big need for daycares in the Fraser Valley right now. So I could see that being a good application. Absolutely.
Yeah, give us a call. We'd love to have those conversations. We got a lot of experience in that. We do a lot of work for school districts here on the island. And obviously we do our summers, like one of our trucks is dedicated basically all summer long to school districts because they have to be open at a certain time. It's not like, it's just super important that you deliver for them.
Mm-hmm. Now, delivering on the island, when it comes to modular homes and things like that, I mean, it comes with its own set of challenges. Right here in the Lower Mainland, we've got traffic, but on the island, well, you've got the Malahat.
That's right. Yeah, well, big shout out to our truckers who have customized our trucks. They're all shorter wheelbase. They're designed for life on the island, designed for installations, and they have a whole bunch of tricks to get units on and off the road. Actually, the trickiest part isn't being on the road. The trickiest part about the trucking is getting off the road. Driveways aren't always designed for a 70-foot building that's 14 or 16 feet wide to turn a corner, and the road is, but the driveways aren't. And so we have a whole bunch of different equipment or steel and tricks that we use to slide buildings around, and we I don't think we've failed yet in installing something we said we could. So definitely there's been buildings that have been, like, because we move older units, that have been too damaged to be moved, but we haven't. If it can be moved, it's getting moved. We're going to find a way.
Sounds like a reality show waiting to happen, just watching you guys transfer these things.
I have definitely thought, especially with the colorful characters we have, these guys are fantastic, hilarious men. They are, it would be a great show. It would be so fun. It's so exciting. The shots you'd get would be incredible. So, yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, Colin. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Yeah, my email is colin@knightway.ca, so that's COLIN @knightway.ca, KNIGHTWAY. Or just check out our website, knightway.ca, and you'll find us there. Our Evolv website is going to go live soon, but so people can watch out for that. That's Evolv without an E, EVOLV .ca, and we're pretty easy to get a hold of and talk to, and we're just here to help.
Excellent. Well, it's been great talking to you, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Now, before we go anywhere else, Paul, do you have any listings we got to talk about?
I've got a commercial building in downtown, right beside our office.
Okay.
For sale. Yeah, it's got 3 residential suites, 2 retail suites, and some storage below. And
Sounds like a good listing. It sounds like a great. I know it's a great spot. I know you got Hub Brewing just around the corner too, so it's a good spot to have an office.
Thanks.
All right. Well, if people want more information about Remax Magnolia and all your listings, and if they come down to First and James there, you've got that incredible window display. But of course, there is a website too. RemaxMagnoliaRealty.com. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks.
And join us again next week when we will talk real estate in order to unlock your real estate potential on a show where real estate is maximized. Thanks for listening.